Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta Dot Exchange. Today, it's a very important day. On Friday, the market broke out and Nifty closed around 24,350. It was a decisive close about 24,300. And then the question came whether this is a breakout, because in the beginning of this month, so we had a false breakout. The Nifty ultimately came down because of the geopolitical tension. So this time, the Nifty on Friday moved higher not because of buying, just because of short covering. And Friday, Reliance Industries, Saturday, the 5 banking stocks, they all came out with results. So the people thought, so there may be a bigger gap up or bigger gap down. So people do not want to take positions over the weekend. So they decided to square up their position. So looks like, there were more short positions. So because of that, the markets rallied. The results came. HDFC Bank result was worse than expected, and ICICI Bank result is better than expected, and then Reliance Industries is in line with expectation. And of course, Axis Bank and Kotak Bank, they are slightly above expectation. But this Kotak Bank, no matter how it declares the results, I've been seeing that for the last 5 to 6 years, it is trading in the same range. So no big breakout, no big breakdown in that stock. So it is in a long-term consolidation. So because of that, right now I check GIFT Nifty. So GIFT Nifty is indicating about a 50-60 point lower opening. So therefore, these results, the big set of results. And if you look at sector-wise analysis, in Nifty, about 50 to 60% weightage come from 2 sectors and 1 stock. 2 sectors is banking and IT, 1 stock is Reliance Industries. And out of these 3 sectors, I think most companies have already declared the results. Among the banks, only State Bank of India is a major bank. So that usually come late. It will be coming in the next month only. And then among the IT, Infosys, which usually come earlier, but this time they are coming late. So they are coming this Thursday. So around 60% of the weightage, the stocks have already come out with results. Then if you leave the 60%, so the remaining will be FMCG, pharma, and auto. They are the major sectors. So auto is bound to be facing problem because, look at the crude oil. The crude oil has shot up $90+ now. Just about 10-15 days before, we had $70, nearer to $70. Now we have crossed $90. In fact, the crude oil after the war, the highest price is $120, the lowest price is $70. I'm talking approximately. And the 50% of that Fibonacci retracement stands at $95. So if the way this global tension is going, so it is possible that Nifty, crude oil can inch another $4 to $5 higher. So that's possible. And because, the geopolitical tension is increasing day by day, as of today, US has striked Iran for 9th consecutive trading session, 9th consecutive night. Okay, as a trader, we always say trading session. And then it seems that 3 soldiers were killed, American soldiers in Jordan, due to Iran strike. So all this, is enough to bring the crude prices higher. Okay, so higher crude prices is not good for India. So now higher crude prices, like lower than expected rainfall, southwest monsoon, and then FIA selling. So these are all the problems, the usual problems that we are having. And on the other side, there are no big positives. So after the IT stocks results, the people were expecting some big positive in results, but HDFC Bank, despite coming out with a very good quarterly business outlook, I remember the day they came out with the quarterly business outlook, that stock shot up, and now they are coming out with not so good results. So looks like once again, so this is going to consolidate. So we may have to wait for some more time for breakout. Probably, we may have to wait for one or two more key results, right? So now, in this 50-point fall in GIFT Nifty, it's not a big deal because yesterday it shot up to 50 points, right? So that is there. And what most traders will be focusing today, it is not whether the price is going higher or lower. They will be looking for collapse in India VIX. Remember, usually when the markets go higher, the IV should come down, volatility index should come down. But on the other hand, yes, Friday when the markets went up, the volatility index did not come down because the people could not believe this kind of a rally. And that too, the global cues were very, very bad. None of the markets were trading in positive territory on Friday in the global markets. And, I think I told you, the Japan market was down 7% between Thursday and Friday. The brutal sell-off going on in the global markets, but here, the market, due to short covering, the market kept on moving higher. So the people could not believe this rally. So that's why the put prices did not come down. And look at the 24,000 put expiring tomorrow. That was trading around 35, 36 rupees. Just 2 days, 350 point, still that premium was very, very lucrative. So the reason is that, if the results are not in line with expectation, that entire 250 point rally can be wiped out today. So even if that happens, also Nifty will go back to 24,100 and that's still 24,000. Even today, if Nifty closes around 24,100, at 24,000 put will not be trading at more than 35 rupees. But that is the expectation, right? So that's why people always say implied volatility is higher, expected volatility is always higher than the actual volatility, right? So that is the picture right now. So we have some positives, some negatives, So as usual, we are going to consolidate, and usually, if the market has to break out, so that has to align with the global markets. I'm not expecting global markets to break out, but at least global markets should not be falling like this. So that is the thing. So after 2 days of severe selling in US, I think right now US futures are slightly positive. Gold is consolidating around $4,000 and cryptos are doing well. And then crude is higher. So our concern is the higher crude prices. So we have to keep watching for the stocks that are related to the crude oil. I feel that many Indian companies are, nowadays they do have both petrol diesel vehicles as well as electric vehicles. So if the crude prices keep going higher, then the demand for EV vehicles will go higher. So the damage in auto stocks may not be very big. But, paint industries, airline industries, oil marketing companies, so these are all purely dependent on the crude oil prices. So crude oil prices going higher is not good for these industries, is not good for India also. So because we are spending maximum amount of foreign exchange to this crude oil import. So that's overall economy, it is not really very good. So let us see. So what's going to happen? So for the time being, the 24,300 is crossed decisively yesterday, but though it was just 1 day. So earlier our stand was that 23,800 to 24,300. So now we may be shifting that to 24,000 to 24,600. And why 24,000? Because, in the last 1 week, 10 days, 2 or 3 times Nifty took support around 24,000. Nifty did not break 24,000. One day Nifty future broke 24,000, but still Nifty spot did not break 24,000. On the other side, 24,600 is the swing high. In fact, the most people's expectation is that Nifty should close around 24,500 to 24,600 by the end of this month. If you look at historically a 3% average return of July. So let us see what's going to happen. So it also will depend upon Infosys results and other key corporate results and plus the global cues. So let's see what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.